Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan, and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is going to be the wear test, finally, of the KVD Good Apple Serum Foundation. And this is in the shade Medium 048. It's not a perfect color match for me, unfortunately. I do think I can adjust it to match a little bit better, but for the purposes of today's video, I didn't do that. So, that's it. I think that's all I have to say. I'm about to have a very naked face. Brace yourself. All right, here we go. We're going to do the wear test today with the KVD foundation, which I'm pretty sure I just said. I am going to go in and prime the left side of my face with my Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Balm Powder thingy. I've used this foundation with and without the balm, and quite frankly, I like it both ways. But since we're doing a wear test, I want to do the balm on one side and not on the other. That way we can see like full on what the difference is depending on whether or not you need to use the balm or not. So I'm just pressing that in where I get oily, which is pretty much just in my T-zone and right around this area of my cheekers. That's where I get greasy. So left side is primed with the Yummy Skin Balm. This is just universal. I love this stuff so much. And we're gonna go in with the foundation. This is in the shade Medium 048. This isn't a perfect shade for me, but it's good enough that I can make it work with concealer and bronzer and all of that. So I'm going to pump some out on my little palette thingy and wipe the excess. So I did 3 pumps and this is what it looks like. I'm going to use my Smashbox brush mostly just to distribute this around my face. And then I'll go in with a sponge. I found that this is like my favorite way to apply the foundation. There's still some on the brush, but we're gonna start blending it now. It looks a little bit yellowish, which is so weird because this was definitely a neutral undertone. And I do have a blue color corrector thingy that I could use, but I don't want to do it for this because I want this wear test to be based on just the foundation itself. I don't think that the corrector changes anything about the foundation aside from the undertone. But look at that. I'm gonna take whatever's left on the brush and just add a bit more where I want more coverage. Since I've already pumped out the foundation on my palette, I can just use this for a bit more. I'm just gonna tap it in. And I'm going to boop over gently with my sponge just to make sure it's all blended. Yes, this is it looks very yellow on camera, but in person, it looks like a much closer match. So, okay, I used up just about everything. Maybe I'll take what's left and just drag it down my neck. Usually bronze this anyway because my neck is always white. All right, where's my phone? It is 7:02. I'm gonna go off camera now, throw on some concealer, powder, contour, bronzer, blush, highlight, the whole shebang, and then I'll come back, show you the finished face, and we'll do the wear test. Okay, this is the face done. Let me zoom you in for an up close at what it looks like. At the moment, I'm incredibly happy with how it looks. I did powder down with my NJC Velvet Finishing Powder because that's what I always use. My bronzer is the Elmark Cosmetics in Light. My blush is the Unearthly Cosmetics Surrender palette, and I used the shade Romantic. My highlight is, unsurprisingly, the Blend Bunny Noctilucent highlight palette. And my lip is the Stila liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Beso Shimmer, perhaps. And I used my Juvia's Place lip liner in Cola. I didn't really do any eyeshadow, just a little bit of contour shade in my crease and some white liner on my lower lash line, or my waterline, and a pair of false lashes. So that's the face, and we'll continue with the wear test. I'll check in a couple of hours and we'll see where we're at. Okay, it's been 2 hours. It is now 9:37 and I'm back with the check-in and the grandbabies. So this is what my face is looking like.
Hi.
Zoom in.
Hi.
I think it's looking pretty darn good. I'll be back in a couple of hours for another check-in.
My name's T-Rex.
All right, we are back for another check-in. It is 1:06. That means this has been on for 6 hours. Look at me go. Anyway, let me zoom you in for an up close of my face. I'm definitely not oily at all. I have a tiny bit of shine here, but this was the side I didn't prime. Next to nothing there. My forehead, my nose, my chin. I think it looks really good. I have a little bit of texture, I guess, around my nose, but I kind of always do because I have psoriasis and it flares up. But it looks pretty darn good. I will be back one more time today before I wash my face off, probably in a few hours. So it's very exciting. All right, final check-in. It is 3:30. I've had this on for 8.5 hours. Let me zoom you in. I think it looks really good. I think both sides are probably equally shiny at this point. If I were going to keep wearing this, I would definitely powder down and it would take care of it, no problem. But 8.5 hours is pretty darn good. My lipstick hasn't held up quite as well. I've had a couple of snacks today. Yeah, so I am loving this foundation. I think it is fantastic. If you have normal to oily skin, it's really, really good, and I definitely would recommend it. It's super thin. It doesn't feel like anything. Sometimes foundations will make my nose feel itchy, like right in there. Not all, but some, and this hasn't done that to me, and I've worn it several times now. So yeah, I really, really like it. Let me know in the comment section if this was one you were thinking about picking up or no. All the things. I really like chatting with you down there. Hopefully you enjoyed the cameo from 3 of the grandbabies today. They could not wait to be in a video, so it worked out really well. I'm exhausted. I'm going to go wash my face off, have something to eat, and go to bed. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate you. Be good, and remember to be kind to you.